Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis.
Hey guys, it's James with the Chart Guys. It's Wednesday, April 5th. Gonna do my nightly video on gold. So gold had this pre-FOMC dump here, and then had this huge rally. And in our chat room community, members took a bullish position in the gold miners and gold bull positions. And the reason why was, you could see that the RSI here was extremely oversold into FOMC. And even if FOMC was a bear reaction to gold, the RSI was so oversold already, I didn't think there would be much more downside for gold. It seemed like the FOMC reaction was already baked in from the opening of the markets here. And when you put up the US dollar weekly chart, you can see a clear downtrend resistance line on the weekly where it's rejected multiple times on this weekly. So we have all these rejections here, and seeing that we were sitting right there again on the weekly resistance downtrend line, and seeing that gold was oversold going into FOMC with the dollar sitting right at this line above here, I just had a bullish lean towards gold having more of an up move than potentially more downside because of that dump pre-FOMC. And the third thing that really clued me in were these GLD gold ETF calls that I saw, these huge contracts here. And what really stuck out to me were these April contracts of 117 and 125 calls. And these are, if you calculate this, these are $1 million bets. So to bet that much money with such little time here, with gold dumping and still having these calls in play into FOMC, really keyed me in that there was someone positioning themselves very bullish with large amounts of money in the gold bounce with the FOMC minutes. So now if you take a look at the gold daily, even though we did get that big rally here at the end of the day, we still have these key resistances that we need to take out on the daily here. And we really need to keep in mind that we have to break above this high here of 1263.70 and then break this recent high here of 1264.90. And bulls really want to break this 1264.90 to continue this up move for gold. You don't want to stall again here, setting a lower high at 1263.70, rejecting again at the 200 MA on the daily, and going back down for further consolidation. So levels to watch on the daily are going to be these price levels, and then this 200 MA needs to be gained. And the weekly, I keep mentioning this weekly 50 MA, which is so important. So you can see all these multiple rejections here. 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. We're still rejecting this week. Keep that in mind. So we need to get above this gold 50 MA by the end of the week and close above it, which is currently at, see if I can see where it's at. Currently at 1261.50. So we need to close above 1261.50 on the week. Now, because of this big bounce, it's going to be hard to find some support on the daily chart, because if we lose the low of this body of this candle here, the close at 1257.60 tomorrow, there isn't much support on the daily because of this long lower wick here. So what we're going to look at here is the hourly chart to find supports. So the supports to look for on gold tomorrow, first of all, is going to be this back test of the 50 MA. If we lose that, then we have this 20 MA here. And if you're looking for a price support, I would look here at this resistance here of this price at 1255.50, and then these candles highs at 1255.30, then here at 1252.40. And also this 20 MA here right now lines up with the low of this candle and the high of this candle. So the low of this candle is at 1258.50, the high of this candle is 1254.50, and the 20 MA is at 1254.30. So in this area, there could be some support here with the price and the 20 MA lining up here. So if we lose this area, then we're going to look at this price support at 1251.10. And gold bulls really don't want to lose this level here of 1251.10 after we broke that resistance on the hourly by setting a higher high. So we had this high, pulled back, and then broke that high and began to move up. So those are key supports to look for on the gold. As far as the miners go, we'll start with senior miners first. So senior miners here on the daily, yesterday again we closed above this 50 MA here, which had been rejecting multiple times, and we did lose it early on today. But again, with that gold rally, senior gold bulls were able to close above this 50 MA again, and that's a good sign to have two closes above that 50 MA after backtesting this 8 EMA here on the daily after so many rejections. And we did fill this gap here. So senior bull miners now have this high of 2366, setting a higher high from this recent high of 2366, breaking above the high of 2356. So on the daily, the next resistance, because of this big candle here, we're going to look at the low here of this candle of 2382, then the low of this candle of 2405 on the daily. So those are levels to get above. Tomorrow, we really want to break above the high here first thing early on of 2366 for bullish continuation. A little bit of a red flag if we break below of 2302, and before that there could be some support here at 2319. So those are the support and resistances to look for tomorrow on the senior miners. On the junior miners, we still haven't set a higher high, so we really need to break above today's high of 3713, and you can see that we've been setting lower highs. So we have this high, lower high, another lower high, and still setting lower highs here. To break that trend, we need to get above 3725 tomorrow. So 3725, look for a break of that for a bull break. Want to break above yesterday and today's highs early on and break above that high of 3725. As far as supports, now we do have supports here. The low of today, 3585. If we lose that, it's really a red flag, honestly, and obviously a bear break if we break below this recent low of 3518. So momentum is with the gold miners and the gold bulls on the US dollar rejecting from that weekly downtrend still, and with the gold rally, we just need to get above those gold levels by the end of this week to continue the move up. So have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.